Together, everyone achieves more. And as in the little picture here, we see it says working together increases the odds of winning together. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to win together as a family. As those kids come up through the years, we want them to feel accepted and loved. They want to feel like they're a part of the family. Everybody's happy. Isn't that really what we want? So when we are disciplining or working with the kids, we want to think about love first, discipline second. Now, I've raised three kids. I just had my 15th grandkid. Part of those are blended bonus kids, and part of them are natural born kids to my family. But love first, discipline second. And I've worked with tons of kids in kids choir. I taught ballet whenever for 20 years. And so I've worked with children tons and tons. Even when they're not my kids and I'm working with kids at church or something, I love them first and then I discipline. Because when you love the kids, they know it. They know if you really do like them, you really do love them. And then you can discipline because you love them. But if you discipline out of rules, and you discipline out of frustration or stress, or you're tired, or discipline just because, then your kids are going to reject you. Even if it's your own kids, they're going to reject you. So it's really important to love first and then discipline, because I do believe in being firm there, but love first and do it with love. Family collaboration. Both spouses need to be on the same page. Remember, you just came from different families. Hey, we all started out with our mom and dad, or maybe you had a single parent, and then you got married. Now there's your family, whether it lasted 2 years or 12 years or 22 years. And now you're in another family. So think about all the different things that come together to make you who you are and how you like to run your family. Well, both spouses are going to have very different ways, and it's important not to assume that you're thinking the same. So you want to make sure you're on the same page, when dinner is, who's supposed to do chores, who's supposed to, how kids are supposed to behave. So family conversations also help the kids feel like they're included. One of the things I did with one of my kids when they had a very large blended family, actually, when I was babysitting one night, I sat all the kids around and we all sat in a circle. My husband and I were doing it, and we sat in a circle, and I had all the kids take a piece of paper and put like everybody's name on it. Like if there were 7 kids, there would be 7 pieces of paper with their name. So you have all 7 kids, do your multiplication, each one having 7 pieces of paper. They've got the name of one person above on each piece of paper, and they wrote something that they admired about that person. Yes, even if maybe that person had been a stinker and they hadn't been very nice, they were to write something nice about that person. Then we folded up the papers, and each person took their 7 papers and gave the correct one to each person in the circle. So each person then had let's see, would that be 7, or they would have 6 because they're themselves? So they would have six little things to open, and I would have them open their 6 papers and speak it out loud. Speak out loud the good things that siblings and new siblings had said about them. Do you know what that does for somebody? We all need encouragement. We all feel like not enough too much of the time. And so it helped those kids feel better about themselves and to feel loved and accepted. And so when there's something going on in the family, it's good to share it with the family. So we all know what's going on and we work together. It is when things are hidden and not spoken, the elephant in the room, but nobody's talking about it, that people feel left out and like they are not a part. It's important to have that division of chores. I personally was not the best parent at getting my kids or making my kids. I didn't like to be on anybody's back, making my kids do. But you know what? Hindsight is like everything, right? It's important to have every single person do some kind of chore every week, I would say. Maybe it's like a 30-minute span and we all stop and we all do our chore at the same time. And so it's all getting done. Sometimes it might be 15 minutes if everybody's doing one thing, right? It makes it easier for the person who's in charge of taking care of the house and taking care of kids. If everybody helps a little. And guess what? Remember teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. And when we're achieving things, it's like winning a trophy. We helped. We get that good feeling, and it teaches us to be a good human being. And the last thing is, it's important to have a caring heart. Yes, when we become too focused and we focus on the things that are frustrating us, we're not sharing them with our spouse, we're not being proactive on how we're going to parent and how we're going to create the new family that we have. You know, all these things are even good if you've already had a blended family for 8 years and there's some challenges. Start using these ideas now. Roll this back, listen again, and write down the things that you need because there's probably some things you're doing and some things that you're not. Psalms 55:22 says, Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall. As a blended family parent, it's like we need all the help we can get. And for me, I'm a God fearing person, God believing person. I have faith. And so I am thankful to have something larger than myself to believe in because God is good. I'm Connie Durham. I am in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, and I believe in cultivating connection, understanding, and lasting love for an extraordinary marriage. I do private coaching, small group coaching. That might be a family who's having a bunch of trouble, like 4 people or 8 people or 12 people. And I also do events around my area. You can contact me, Connie at theextraordinarymarriage.com, or you can find me, www.theextraordinarymarriage. And you're listening to my podcast. I would love to hear from you. You can find free gifts on my website. Thank you and have an awesome day.